A massive ancient temple bell swings in slow motion. As it rings, a deep, resonant sound expands outward like ripples through time. Stars flicker, oceans stir. Something beneath the surface responds. Across ages, such bells weren't just instruments. They were tools for awakening. Keys that once tuned the mind, the body, and the universe itself. Long before modern science, ancient civilizations knew sound was sacred. Ancient sound healing wasn't a theory, it was daily ritual. Sacred tones realigned chakras, healed bodies, and reached into the unseen. But over time, the knowledge faded, lost in noise. Now, strange patterns emerge. Frequencies once buried are returning, and the world is starting to listen. Have you ever felt a sudden vibration right before something life-changing happened? A strange stillness, a knowing, just before everything shifted? What if that wasn't coincidence, but spiritual frequency? Could sound shape fate? Could reality be tuned like an instrument? And if so, what note are you sending into the universe? From Tibetan bowls to Gregorian chants, from to the frequencies of the solfeggio scale, sound has long been the language of spirit. Science now confirms what mystics knew: vibration alters matter. What if the bell that rang through ancient temples wasn't just symbolic, but vibrational code? Could this forgotten frequency be the key to vibrational awakening? Welcome to Care First. In this episode, we journey into sound's sacred dimension, where vibration meets consciousness. You'll learn how ancient bells and modern science converge, and why rediscovering these frequencies could reshape your inner world. The bells are ringing again. The energy is shifting, and the question is, are you listening? High in the mist-veiled mountains of Tibet, monks strike bronze, singing bowls that shimmer with overtones. These aren't just instruments, they're portals. Each vibration is precise, crafted to alter brainwaves, shift energy, and guide the soul. These bells weren't used for music, but for mystical tuning, aligning the human spirit with a cosmic rhythm we've nearly forgotten. In the dark chambers beneath Egyptian temples, priests whispered incantations carved in sacred geometry. These chants weren't mere words. They were frequencies designed to awaken the divine within. They believed sound could resurrect memory, heal trauma, even summon deities. Here, sound was a living force, echoing through corridors of stone and time. Across the Indian subcontinent, ancient Vedic sages repeated mantras for hours, sometimes lifetimes. Each syllable, soham, shreem, was a code, a resonant key. They didn't chant for prayer alone, but to unlock altered states of awareness. In Vedic science, sound is the seed of matter. To speak was to create. Mantra was not faith, it was frequency in motion. Across these cultures, a hidden link pulses, intentional sound. Whether struck, spoken, or sung, each practice shares a belief. Sound isn't just heard, it is felt, lived, transmitted. These weren't random rituals. They were technologies of consciousness, fine-tuned across centuries to elevate the human spirit and connect with forces beyond the veil. In the sterile labs of quantum physics, ancient wisdom finds unexpected allies. String theory suggests that the universe is built not from particles, but vibrating strings. Everything, at its core, is resonance. The quantum field, an invisible sea of energy, responds to observation, intention, and frequency. What mystics once intuited through silence and ritual, physicists now describe with equations and waves. The gap between science and spirit? It's shrinking. Watch as grains of sand dance in a sacred geometry under the influence of pure tones. This is cymatics, the science of sound made visible. Frequencies don't just vibrate the air, they sculpt reality. From cellular structures to planetary orbits, vibration weaves form and function into the universe. Emotions, too, ride these waves. Sound moves flesh, stirs memory, evokes love, rage, awe. It's not theory, it's physical. The world reacts to frequency because it is frequency. We once called it magic, Now we call it resonance. From brainwave entrainment to sound baths, from binaural beats to sonic healing, we've begun measuring what once belonged to mystics. EEGs, MRIs, and seismoscopes confirm it. Vibration changes the mind, body, and reality itself. The line blurs. Vibration isn't mystical, it's measurable. And if it can shape matter and emotion, what else might it reveal? What unseen architecture hums beneath our perception, waiting to be heard? In the corridors of theoretical physics, a whisper echoes, one that ancient mystics might recognize. String theory proposes that beneath atoms and electrons, reality is made of vibrating strings of energy. These strings don't just exist, they sing. The quantum field, once dismissed as abstraction, now appears to be the very canvas of consciousness. Observation changes outcomes. It's as if science, armed with math and microscopes, is rediscovering truths the ancients encoded in chants, symbols, and sacred rites. When sound meets matter, form emerges. Cymatics, where pure tones animate particles into geometric patterns, proves this. A low hum transforms sand into mandalas. Raise the frequency, and the form morphs again. These aren't tricks, they're maps of vibration manifesting shape. If tones can sculpt sand, what do they do to the human mind, the nervous system, the soul? Music evokes tears, rage, transcendence. Our cells dance to internal rhythms. Our thoughts echo in bioelectric waves. Sound doesn't just move through us, it moves us fundamentally. Once reserved for mystics and sages, vibration now belongs in the laboratory. Today, we map brain waves altered by harmonic frequencies, track heart coherence through sound therapy, and use ultrasound to break tumors with targeted vibration. MRI scans and EEGs show consciousness shifting in real time under acoustic influence. Spiritual frequencies are no longer folklore, they are data. And as seismoscopes draw sound in 3 dimensions, we begin to see what shamans heard all along. Vibration isn't mystical, it's measurable, and it may be the code behind all creation. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, not just into your lungs, but into the space behind your breath. Now, picture this. You're standing at the center of an ancient cathedral-like hall. The air is heavy with incense and mystery. Stone pillars rise like timeless guardians. In the distance, a bell hangs, massive, sacred, unmoved by centuries. The silence isn't empty, it hums. Your feet connect to the stone below, grounding you. Time slows. Every second stretches like an echo waiting to return. And then it happens. A deep, resonant bell tone breaks the silence. 528 hertz. It's not just heard, it's felt. The sound is thick, golden, alive. It travels into your chest like a wave, vibrating through your ribs, your spine, your skull. Thoughts pause. Doubts disintegrate. The sound is not outside you. It is you. You realize in that single sustained tone that your body remembers this frequency. It's ancient, cellular, sacred. This isn't imagination. It's remembrance. You're tuning into something you've always known but never named. As the bell's final ripple fades, silence returns, but now it's electric. You're not the same. The air around you feels charged, as if something unseen has been awakened. Let that silence hold you. Stay in it. Breathe with it. For the next 15 seconds, no narration, just stillness. Let the audience feel what's shifted. It's subtle but undeniable, a sense of alignment, as if some internal compass has recalibrated. This moment, this silence, is a doorway, one you've just stepped through without moving a single muscle. Now, gently return. The temple fades. You're back in your space, but something lingers. A softness in your thoughts, a clarity behind your eyes. You just tuned back into a forgotten part of you, an original resonance. The bell didn't just ring in your mind. It struck a frequency encoded in your being, a note from the first song of creation, and it's still vibrating within you. Let that frequency guide what comes next, because now that you've heard it, you can't unhear it. But this is only the threshold. A single tone may awaken a memory, a forgotten fragment of who you are. But what happens when multiple frequencies converge? When the bell you heard is joined by others? Overlapping, twisting, amplifying. What if the cosmos is not playing a solitary note, but an entire symphony, and you've only just begun to hear your part in it? Perhaps the universe has been composing this moment for lifetimes. Beneath the clamor of the everyday, there is a hidden architecture, an elegant weave of sound, energy, and intention. These aren't just background hums. They're living codes, harmonic signatures calling your soul to attention. Every emotion you felt, every coincidence, every moment of inexplicable clarity, they were notes in a grander scale, waiting for you to start listening. You've heard the bell, but that was only the first vibration. Now imagine what awakens when resonance deepens. When ancient tones, once sung in temples, whispered in dreams, encoded in the mantras of old, return to your awareness. These sounds are never superstition. They were technologies of the invisible, guiding the spirit, reshaping the self. When multiple frequencies align within you, they don't just harmonize, they transform. They recalibrate your very essence, aligning you with the deeper song of creation. In our next journey, we explore this mystery, resonant harmonics. How do sacred tones merge to unlock dormant parts of your consciousness? What is a vibration code, and how can you create your own? We'll explore ancient tuning systems, lost knowledge of personal frequency signatures, and the quantum logic behind spiritual resonance. This is not merely about sound. It's about designing your reality through vibration. The ancients knew it. Science is catching up. And now, so are you. What if the you you've known is just a single instrument, unaware of the orchestra it belongs to? What if tuning into the right frequencies doesn't just shift your mood, but your entire timeline? These aren't just metaphors. They're mechanics of the soul. Every time you attune yourself to a higher vibration, you don't just feel different. Reality begins to respond differently. And suddenly, you're not just living. You're co-composing the music of your life. So if your inner bell is still ringing, faint but steady, follow it. Let it guide you deeper. Don't turn away from the sound, because what it's leading you to is not noise, it's truth. Subscribe now, because in the next video, we'll decode the hidden symphony of your existence. And once you remember the music, once you feel the harmony, you'll never want to live out of tune again. This isn't just a step forward. It's a return to the frequency that built stars and the one still echoing within you.